a deep dive into Rigveda 1.33.1-2 spiritual and scholarly perspectives. Greetings, seekers of wisdom. Welcome to today's exploration of one of the most ancient and revered texts of humanity, the Rigveda. In this video, we will be delving into the first two verses of Mandala 1, Sukta 33, dedicated to the Vedic deity Indra. These hymns are not just about material wealth or physical strength, but are deeply spiritual, symbolizing the path to enlightenment and divine understanding. Our aim is to explore these verses in detail, offering insights from both spiritual and scholarly perspectives. Verse 1 Detaya moshkavyant Indra masmaksu pramti vavridhati. Anam rina kavidasi rayogan ketum parmavarjitena. Come, let us approach Indra, for he, free from malice, uplifts our minds. He will grant us true understanding and knowledge of this wealth, which is symbolized by cattle. This verse begins with a call to approach Indra, the divine protector and guide. The phrase, "Come, let us approach Indra," is a direct invitation to turn towards the divine source of wisdom and protection. It's a call for the seeker to seek the grace and guidance of Indra, recognizing that true strength lies in spiritual wisdom and clarity, not just material gain. Indra is described as Anma, meaning free from malice. This is significant because it highlights his impartial, benevolent nature. Unlike human rulers who might be swayed by personal biases, Indra's nature is pure and unbiased, which ensures that his guidance and blessings are given to all who seek them. The verse then talks about wealth symbolized by cattle. In Vedic times, cattle were considered the ultimate symbol of prosperity and wealth. But here, the reference to cattle has a deeper spiritual meaning. The wealth spoken of is not just material abundance but spiritual wealth, wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment. By invoking Indra's name, the seeker is reminded that the greatest wealth is spiritual insight. The divine guidance received from Indra leads to the true understanding of the self and the universe. This verse teaches us that the pursuit of wealth should not be limited to material possessions. The true wealth lies in the knowledge and wisdom we acquire through spiritual practices and devotion. Indra's grace helps the seeker recognize and reclaim these deeper treasures, leading to both material success and spiritual enlightenment. Verse 2 The Pedhan Thandam Pratitan Jishtana Shieno Vasting Patami. Indra Namasyanupmebir Karyastotribyo Havyo Asti Yaman. I fly like a hawk to its cherished nest, to that Indra who is to be invoked by his worshipper in battle, glorifying with excellent hymns, him who is invincible and the giver of wealth. In this verse, the devotee speaks of their eagerness to approach Indra with devotion. The metaphor of the hawk flying towards its nest is powerful. Just as a hawk swiftly and decisively moves towards its goal, the devotee expresses the same urgency and determination in seeking the divine. This conveys the intensity of the devotee's longing for the divine, showing that devotion to God is not a passive act, but an active and passionate pursuit. The verse also highlights the role of Indra as the giver of wealth and protector in times of conflict. Indra's invincibility is emphasized here. He is depicted as an undefeatable force who grants protection and prosperity to those who turn to him for help. This aligns with Indra's role as a warrior deity in the Vedic tradition, but it's not just about physical warfare. It's about overcoming the internal battles that every seeker faces on the path to spiritual realization. The act of worship is also stressed. The verse mentions that Indra is to be glorified with excellent hymns, indicating that devotion is not just about rituals but about sincere, heartfelt worship. The hymns are expressions of reverence and gratitude, channeling the devotee's energy toward the divine. This verse emphasizes the importance of sincere devotion and determined effort in the spiritual journey. The hawk's swift flight towards its nest teaches us that our approach to the divine should be filled with focus, passion, and urgency. The verse also reminds us that Indra's power as a protector and giver of wealth is not limited to material riches, but extends to spiritual wealth, granting us the strength to overcome our challenges and pursue wisdom. Rigveda 1.33 in its entirety teaches us that the path to prosperity and success is not merely through material wealth, but through spiritual awakening and the pursuit of knowledge. Both verses highlight the dual role of Indra as a protector and guide, not just for material success but for spiritual clarity and growth. These hymns emphasize the intertwined nature of material and spiritual fulfillment, showing that true prosperity arises from devotion, understanding, and the grace of the divine. Sri Aurobindo interpreted these verses as symbolic of the soul's journey from ignorance to knowledge. He saw the cattle as a metaphor for spiritual treasures that are reclaimed through divine grace. This reflects the idea that wisdom is the ultimate wealth, something that transcends the material world. Dr. Stephanie Jameson and Professor Jan Gonda both focus on the notion that Indra is not just a warrior deity, but also a symbol of spiritual illumination. They emphasize that the hymns of Rigveda 1.33 guide the seeker toward higher knowledge, encouraging a deeper understanding of the self and the universe. Rigveda 1.33 provides timeless wisdom that applies to both our material and spiritual lives. The verses show us that true prosperity is found not just in external wealth, but in the inner richness that comes through devotion, knowledge, and divine guidance. Indra is portrayed as both a provider and a protector, helping us navigate external challenges while guiding us on our spiritual journey. The message here is clear. To seek both material and spiritual wealth, we must approach the divine with sincerity, devotion, and a deep commitment to understanding the true nature of reality. The grace of the divine, symbolized by Indra, leads us to the ultimate treasure, spiritual wisdom and fulfillment. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the Rigveda 1.33.1-2. I hope these reflections have brought clarity to the profound spiritual lessons embedded in these ancient verses. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with those seeking spiritual wisdom. Until next time, may your path be illuminated with light and wisdom.